My name's Howard Rosen. I'm president of Swiss Friends of Oxford University. I'm an alumnus of Oxford. I went to Exeter College. I've been working as an English solicitor in Switzerland for 40 years. I've been involved in Swiss Friends of Oxford University for now 6 years officially since the organisation started, but in fact there were 2 years before that when we were working quite hard to get our tax rulings to make sure that the organisation could work as we wanted it to work as a tax exempt entity. So this has been one of my passions, to make sure that people making donations to Oxford could get the same tax benefits and the same tax advantages as if they're making donations to Harvard or Hebrew University. Many alumni, I'm sure I'm not an exception, are immensely grateful for the support and the grounding that Oxford gave us some while ago for me, and we would like, where we can, to find opportunities to help Oxford going forward. And the difficulty we have in Switzerland is that donations to charities which are not Swiss charities are not tax deductible, and they also generate actually some tax liabilities. There are many reasons why you should make a will. Firstly, it allows you to direct what happens to your assets. If you don't make a will and you die intestate, then basically the state dictates where those assets go, and they probably will go to members of the family, assuming there are surviving members of the family. But it's set out in the formula, you have no control of that. Secondly, and what is actually very important about a will, is that although it's not obligatory under Swiss law, you will do this under English law anyway, and you can do it under Swiss law. A very important component of making a will is appointing an executor, because you need someone there after you to actually clear everything up, to decide how everything is distributed, to deal with the next generation, and depending on the conditions of the will, to actually implement the will, literally execute it in the way that you intend. So if you don't make a will, you don't have that. It's all administered by the state, and you have no real control as to what happens. So there has been a major change to Swiss law at the beginning of this year. And the effect of that is to reduce the amount of the estate that has to be distributed in a certain way to close relatives. Now, you may say, well, of course you want to make donations under your will to close relatives. But in Swiss law, there is a regime which dictates how much you have to give to your wife, how much you have to give to your children. And there may be all sorts of different reasons why you may say, well, I don't want to make such a large gift to my children. It may be morally corrosive for them. There may be other good reasons why you don't want to make gifts to them. So the change of law at the beginning of this year has reduced the mandatory part of the estate from 3/4 to a half. So the other half of the estate, the testator can deal with as he or she thinks fit. And that, of course, opens up the possibility of making more charitable donations, leaving your estate to all sorts of good causes, including, we hope, Oxford University. I think we're all profoundly grateful for what Oxford has done for us. Without Oxford, I wouldn't be where I am now, and it was such a seminal part of our lives. And most of us are incredibly grateful for that support and that foundation that the university has given us. And this is a very easy way to say thank you.